Hi guys. Yes, it's that time of year where Archfiend has the Steve-O voice. Yeah, dude. Anyway, I watched the Eagles game back this morning because I didn't stay home to watch it yesterday. It was a game that I just didn't care about. I was kind of rooting for them more to lose because I want to accelerate the process that is the ultimate pink slipping of Nick Sirianni on this team. And I went out with the kids yesterday. We went to Sesame Place. We had a great time. And I watched the game back this morning, and I'm like, I'm glad I didn't stay home for that. Boy, that was a frustrating game to pull through, and I'm glad I didn't sit home live to watch that. And I can only imagine what it's going to look like the rest of the year when you actually play real football teams. Sorry, Cleveland, but you ain't a real football team. Deshaun Watson is trash. Just I don't know if the GM is cycled to whatever GM that brought in Deshaun Watson and gave up those draft picks. If he's still there, fire him. Anyway, um, and just seeing Deshaun Watson and his level of play, and I'm just like, man. Now, to be fair, the defense did their part. The defense gave up 9 points because the touchdown was a blocked field goal, so that's not on the defense. So the defense for the Eagles gave up 9 points. I had no problem with that. 5 sacks. Hey, the defense is doing their thing. That's how you should look against an inferior team. Single digit points, 5 or more sacks. I'm fine with that. No criticisms. And honestly, 3 of the points were from a lucky play where you have a corner and a safety of the Eagles crashing into each other, when both of them would have solo had an interception. So Deshaun Watson's throwing up passes like that all game, and the defense was exploiting them. They've fallen before the receivers and stuff like that. Anyway, the ball falling before the receivers. As for the offense, you see what this team has. You see Saquon Barkley's legit. You see Smith is legit. You see AJ is legit, and you even have your backup tight end well, gosh, why am I forgetting his name? Not Calcutta. Anyways, I forget his name. He's the backup tight end. I'm sorry, I don't have his name memorized. Calculus. Anyway, whatever his name was. Because you see Dallas Goedert go out, and you see the backup tight end come in. I'm like, wow, man, you got pieces to throw to here, and you got pieces in the backfield to work with. Even Gainwell had a decent game yesterday, and I'm like, it's like every time I'm seeing AJ get the ball, I'm like, it's a first down, or it's a first attempted tackle that he shakes off and gets another 5, 6 yards, or it's AJ gassing down the field. And I'm just like, how are you not getting the ball on every drive at least 5 times to AJ and Devontae every drive? Because it's like one of the two options, like they can't both be double teamed. They can't both be locked down. AJ Brown is, in my opinion, the best receiver I have ever seen when it comes to throwing a guy when he's in coverage and him shaking off that first tackle. Just getting those yards after the catch when it's a tight coverage play. All he's got to do is get a step on the coverage guy, get him behind him on the play, and he will make the play to catch it 90% of the time. Sometimes he drops it, sometimes it's overthrown, whatever. You just got to target him. How Nick Sirianni can't figure out an offense that incorporates the speed of Devontae on the outside, or cutting through, slant passing, anything like that that you utilize with speed, and AJ's ability to, even if he is covered, if you see that he's not getting that safety in the secondary flanking over to come over the top, there's so many times where he's just got man-to-man coverage and there's no safety in the neighborhood. You got to throw to him. And you got to teach your quarterback how to do that. Because Jalen Hurts ain't that trash that he just can't drop a pass in the relative neighborhood to have AJ make a play on it. And the fact that Nick Sirianni can't figure this out, and you're going to look that inept on offense against a team like the Browns, and I'm not going to be like the Cowboys who's going to cheer, oh, at least a win is a win. Last week I heard a number of Cowboys fans, oh, at least we got a win against the Steelers. That was a tough game on the road, blah, blah, blah. A win is a win. You can't be sad if you're a win. Be happy our team won. Shut up. desperate teams and desperate fans to cheer on wins like you saw yesterday. 20 points against the Cleveland Browns is a disgrace. Squeaking out a win and having a tie game at halftime, are you kidding me? And above all else, the one thing that really made me solidify that Nick Sirianni's time is done is the chirping back of the fans when they were chanting "Fire Nick Sirianni" in the game. Him doing the what? We're winning. We're winning. Go be the next coach of the Cowboys. Go be the next coach Clapp. If that's what you're gonna be like, we're winning. 20-16 over the Browns. You want to chirp back at the fans over for that? You're lucky the Browns didn't go for it on fourth down in the red zone. They kicked the field goal with 5 minutes left. I don't know what they were thinking there. Like their offense was going to get down the field again to get in any sort of scoring range. Like that's what blows my mind. It's like you're playing a team that is so stupid. Like under 5 minutes left, you've gotten in the red zone. I think the Browns got in the red zone 2 times up to that point. And all of a sudden, in 5 minutes, they're going to not only hold the Eagles off on defense, but then they're going to get the ball back and have to score a touchdown because the field goal cut it to a 4-point game. Like, you're playing a team this stupid, and you only win 20-16. Like, that is nothing to chirp. That is nothing to be happy about. You deserve to be fired. Honestly, that game was as good of a loss. If that's all you can do with this Eagles offense, Nick Sirianni, if that's all you can do with them being healthy, you deserve to be fired. And I know Dallas Goedert got hurt, but again, Calculatetta came in and calculused everyone. Anyway, so I don't want to hear it. Like you can't even use the Dallas Goedert excuse because his replacement came in and played every bit as good as he did. Maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, but at least he was making plays. It's driving me crazy. I can't remember his name. Anyways, look, Nick Sirianni's got to go because you can't waste any more time with the core that's here. Like I know it's like you finally had a game like where Jalen Hurts didn't have a turnover, so it's like okay, good, you got that monkey off your back. But man, like you see these weapons, you see this offensive line. Like, come on, man. You got to do better than 20 points against the Browns. Inexcusable. Inexcusable. And that's the thing. It's like, oh man, we were one solid Browns drive away from getting Nick Sirianni fired. Like there's a little bit of disappointment in me in that. Because I'm like, this team is going nowhere with Nick Sirianni as coach because he just doesn't have the ability to figure things out. He just doesn't. It's like this team ain't in a rebuilding phase. They're in a like let's do it now phase because we have weapons. You just have a complete idiot at the top of the coaching staff, and I'm not trying to say like the offensive coordinator's doing any better. Like, go back to the Cowboys where you came from. Anyway, it's just more disappointing than anything. Like watching that game back and like again, I'm glad I didn't stay home. Like for games like that are against nothing teams, I'm not wasting my time. If I got some plans I could do with the kids, absolutely they're gonna come first. I used to sit at home and make them watch these struggle fests with me. I'm not doing that anymore. Forget that. Anyway, I mean honestly, the biggest thing out of that win is it had to have bugged Cowboys fans. That's it. And yes, I know I obsess over the Cowboys because I don't know. I love that rivalry. I love that rivalry. That is like the second biggest thing to me next to the Eagles is the Dallas Cowboys rivalry. And just to see just to see the Saints get destroyed again. Saints have lost 4 games in a row, yet they beat the ever-loving piss out of the Cowboys in Dallas. Oh, you know what yesterday was? It was Jerry Jones' birthday. And I said to someone in the comments, Jason Abril, hello, Jason. He's a huge Las Vegas Aces fan. Anyways, I said to him that the Lions tried honoring Jerry Jones by scoring 1 point for every year of existence. And then I said, well, Unfortunately, they didn't get to half as many points as Jerry Jones' age. And then Jason countered with, which what I should have did is they honored the Cowboys, the Detroit Lions, by scoring as many points as Jerry Jones' age the last time the Dallas Cowboys won a Super Bowl. And I was like, son of a bitch, I should have, that was a layup. I should have had that one. So, yes, that is true. Jerry Jones was 47 years old. That was 62 years ago, the last time the Cowboys won a Super Bowl. Jerry Jones was 47. But anyways, yeah, I just want to finish talking on a happy note. And if we can enjoy the 47-9 throttling, and honestly, the most surprising thing, I don't know if this surprised you guys, is not only did the Dallas Cowboys not score a touchdown, but every single time you see one of these blowout games, especially one of these blowout games at home, Dak gets what I call his contract stats. These are the stats that get him his next contract because, like, like even like what you saw in that Green Bay game in the playoffs, Dak had 2 touchdowns in like the last 5 minutes and like 150 yards passing in the fourth quarter. Like those are contract stats because at the end of the game, you're like, you look at like, oh, he had over 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. I was like, oh, that's what top paid quarterbacks get. He didn't have that. It's like that game failed on so many levels that Dak didn't even get his contract stats in the fourth quarter. He didn't get those 2 touchdowns in garbage time where he threw 80 plus yards and on both of the last 2 drives and get like the 160 yards in the fourth quarter. Like he didn't get that. Like that's how bad that Dallas Cowboys loss was yesterday. Anyway, I'm gonna go let my Steve-O voice rest a little bit more. This happens several times when the weather changes. It's my boring biological life. Anyways, I'm gonna go vacuum upstairs now with the kids. They love it. Dogs not so much. Anyways, have a good day. Nick Sirianni, leave. I can't even listen to him in press conference anymore. I'm tired of seeing his children. Like I've never got tired of seeing someone's kids until I saw Nick Sirianni's kids so many times at the press conference. I I don't want to say I hate his kids, but I hate seeing his kids because I know he's with them. Like it just irks me, irks my soul. I hate listening to sports talk radio the day after Eagles games because he always makes the rounds. He is so giving of his time for these interviews. I'm just like, boy, I wish he'd be a guy, one of these guys that doesn't talk to the press. Like I wish he was a Bill Belichick, which by the way, maybe we'll get that dream come true. I'd love to have a coach that doesn't care about talking. But if I can you know what, diverge onto one last topic here. Chip Kelly was the worst thing to happen to this team because he is the thing that got Howie Roseman kicked into the broom closet next to the janitor's closet. If you don't know that whole story, Google it. I'm not going to talk for 10 minutes about that. And he usurped Howie Roseman's power here, and Chip Kelly got in Jeff Lurie's ear and got the GM powers. And ever since then, they've been so gun shy. Howie Roseman has and Jeff Lurie has about hiring a GM type coach or a coach that wants power. You keep getting these guys like a Doug Peterson, an assistant coach. Like he's not going to ask for anything. Who was Nick Sirianni before he came here? Was everyone beating down their door to get him as head coach? No, he wasn't. He wasn't some respectable, power hungry guy. Bill Belichick is. And I hate to break it to you, if Harry Roseman's here, he ain't gonna want Bill Belichick coming here power throttling him. I hate to tell you, it ain't gonna happen. So don't hold your breath on that, Philly. I mean, it may push come to shove, and just be like, Jeff is gonna be like, look, asshole, stop hiring these duds. We need someone that actually knows the game of football. Anyways, well, on that crying sound, I'm gonna have to go, guys. That is all.